Welcome to another episode of Getting Busy. Remember, when you come in, please hit the like button, hit the share button. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's YouTube at Biscuit. Bizcutt. With that being said, I'm Biscuit, and let's get busy. Well, we've made it to a Thursday night, man, so... And I tell you what, it seemed... Early in the week, seemed like it was going so slow. And, oh, man, we've had such a rainy week here. It's been ridiculous. But the weekend is coming up, and we're getting through it. Working a lot of long hours, man, and I'm really getting tired, and it's getting old. But got a 3-day weekend coming up, and I'm really looking forward to that. So, yeah, so let's go for it. Here in Indy, we got this is the weekend of the Indianapolis 500. So we've got it's a really busy weekend. So I'm glad I'm not going to be downtown working and none of that shit. So I'm going to be at home. If I want to see some of that shit, I'll watch it on TV. To hell with that shit. So, but yeah, welcome all race fans to Indianapolis. This is just it's just a big festival when they come. And speaking of racing, sorry to report to the fact that Kyle Busch had passed away today. Rest in peace, my man. So if you're a race fan, yeah, you know who Kyle Busch was. So rest in peace, my man. So anyway, talk about some Cowboys here. Seeing some possibilities. Watched a little bit of what Adam Scheffner is talking about. It looks like the Saints are really looking like they probably are going to put Alvin Kamara on the trade block. I mean, some of the things they've done, like what I found out today is that we been saying Travis Etienne wrong. His real name is Travis Etienne. So we've been saying that wrong for a few years. Hell, I've been saying that wrong since he's at Clemson. So it's Etienne, not ATN, but Etienne. So I thought that was hilarious. But when they made a trade and brought him in, gave him, well, I guess it was a trade. It was a free agent maybe. They gave him running back one money, and that's basically telling Kamara that we're probably going to be moving on from you. So that brings up the fact that everybody's talking about a backup running back for the Cowboys. And I'm on record saying, I'd just rather just stick to what we got and see how it goes from there, because the guys never really got much opportunity. Blue got a little bit last year, and he didn't really show none of the stuff that I had some guys from Texas that was telling me, hey, that he's going to be something special. I didn't really see it. I seen some potential, I guess, is the last game he played. The guy that I really was really looking forward to seeing, and that's that Moffitt kid. He was, they had him on the practice, basically on practice squad all year, saying that he was hurt and fighting some injuries or whatever. I just think had him in developmental, just put him in developmental, and going to see what he can do this year. So I really liked what I saw in the preseason last year. I know we're thinking, okay, preseason, man, it's just preseason, but sometimes that's what I love about preseason. When preseason comes, I really pay attention because I want to see some of these guys. It's the person that got my attention the most on preseason, Dak Prescott. We had just was last year's of Tony Romo, and Romo had a fantastic year in 2014. We all know what happened, or the Dez Bryant fiasco. It is what it is. But Romo was fantastic that year. I was looking for him to really step up in 2015, and even though we wasn't going to have DeMarco Murray, we did pick up Darren McFadden, and I thought, okay, we're going to be we can be just really pretty good because Romo has been so many years without a really good running back, and he was just Tony Romo. But he got hurt, and when he did, the entire season went with it. Excuse me. Yeah, I got me something to drink now. Every time I'm in here, I get to talking on this, and my throat gets to dry. So, but anyway, I thought, okay, when he got hurt, the season went with him, and we started bringing. We started off with what Brandon Whedon. Then we made a trade, brought in Matt Castle, and then we decided to give the ball to Kellen Moore at the end, and it was just like 4 quarterbacks we went through that year, and could not even muster up 5 wins. And not to mention, the team was pretty much loaded. The offensive line was intact. Defense was intact. It should have been better than what it was. We just didn't have a quarterback. So it was so going into 2016, they brought in Prescott, but really didn't, 4th round pick. Who cares, right? Well, then I started, I watched preseason. So, and he was just blowing me away. He was blowing me away, looking off certain receivers coming back to his original. He's just blowing me away. Some of the things I was seeing, I was like, wow. So I remember telling somebody, hey man, I think you better look at this kid, man. This kid can play. This kid can really play. So that's just one of the impressions I got from watching Maffa. His vision was good. He would hit the pile. He would move the pile. He was getting good runs. He was being solid. So I was really wanted to see him last year in a game, but didn't get to. They kept him on the practice squad and called it an injury. So that brings you to, do we want to trade for Alvin Kamara? Since to say, yeah, it would make sense because he's such a threat coming out of the backfield, and we're such a passing team. So we still would see we'd still have a running back by committee, but we'd use probably Kamara in some. He'd probably become a pretty good sized part of our offense, man, if we did get him. So I can see it, and then again, everybody's like, well, Chubb's out there, and you ain't got to trade nothing for him. And I get that too, but I'm just not knowing. I don't know if I want a Chubb. Kamara, it would make sense because he's a big play guy, and big plays would be great. So if we go that route, I got nothing against it. I just think if we're going to make a big trade, I'd rather for it to be an edge rusher, but I can't. I can only speak it so much, and say the same thing over and over again. Well, I probably will, but it is what it is. But anyway, Alvin Kamara to the Cowboys does kind of make sense. I wouldn't have a problem, but same time, I'll just play it by ear, I guess. On other news, I have reported that I'm Team Tyler Guyton. I'm Team Tyler Guyton. I just think he needs to stay healthy. And because this is going into his 3rd year, I think he could have a breakout season if he just stays healthy. Staying healthy, I think, is Tyler's biggest obstacle. Because if there's there's no worse ability than non-availability. Okay, availability gives you some ability. Okay, so you got to be able to play, and if you're healthy, you can play. You can really show who you are. I think he could really be a really solid left tackle. I like the way the long arms. I like some of his work I've seen. It looks good. Some of his work I've seen looks bad. But staying healthy, I think, is the biggest thing we gotta ask for Tyler Guyton to get himself in shape, get his reps up, stay healthy, and I think we could probably see him have a breakout season this year. I'd really love to see it. I hope it. I know I've seen an interview where Flozow Adams said it'd probably be best to put him out the right tackle. And going into the draft a couple years ago, I literally said I think they'll take Tyler Guyton. I think maybe 3 weeks before the draft. I said that's probably where he could probably fall down that far, and Cowboys really need him because we knew that Tyron was done, and so it made sense, and that's what they did. They picked Tyler Guyton. Wrong button. He's big, he's strong, he's got long arms. He just makes sense. Moving him to right tackle, I know a lot of people say, well, that's didn't make sense, and bring him in and put him at left tackle because he's naturally a right tackle. But at Oklahoma, where he played, his quarterback was left-handed, so he was protecting his quarterback's blind side. So moving him to left tackle, where Dak is right-handed, made sense to me. So, and that's exactly what they did. Now, I get if he doesn't pan out there, they can easily say, okay, we can put Tyler Smith out to left tackle, and if worse comes to worse, because obviously Steele's a problem at right tackle and has been for a couple of years, we can move him over to right tackle, and we can go from there. But, the census has said that Tyler Smith is a left guard. Now, I get he played left tackle at Tulsa. I get that, and he was really, really good. And he came into the Cowboys to be a left guard. He was there because ever since it seemed like since Ron Leary left, we could never fill that spot there. We tried with Connor Williams, we tried with Connor McGovern, and we just could not fill that role right there. It was a problem. He stepped in, he filled it nicely. Matter of fact, he went beyond. He's pretty damn good. But then, Tyron was still playing at left tackle at the time, and he went down that year. And that was Tyler's rookie year. That was just, 4 years ago. And that was his rookie year. So they moved Tyler out to left tackle, and he made the Pro Bowl. So everybody's like, well, there it is. There it is. There's our guy. But he'd already established himself as a left guard. So the very next year, they put him back at left guard. And he became a first-team All-Pro. So, and then he hasn't looked back since. He has made All-Pro now 3 straight years as a left guard. So it makes sense to leave him right there. And hopefully, like I said, I think Guyton will pan out perfectly to be a left tackle, and hopefully we can figure out some schemes to help Steele over, because he's going to be our right tackle for this year anyway, for another year anyway. So if he don't pan out, of course he will be gone. They're probably moving figuring out who's going to be our right tackle. We'll have to cross that bridge when we come. For right now, we have Richard Steele. We have Terrence Steele at our right tackle. We have Tyler Guyton at left tackle. At our guards, we have Tyler Smith at left guard, and we have Tyler Booker at right guard. And we have BB at our center. Our line is intact. So, and I think it's a really good one. So that we should be able to run the ball, and we need to protect Dak. Steele is a fucking hellacious mauler. I mean, he plows the road for our running backs. They run to the right, and it's in pass protections where Steele has his problems. And the Dak being as elusive as he is why he's able to see it, because we got to protect the blind. But so they're coming up the middle. Dak can see it. He can move out of the way. It just still needs. We've been wanting. Still is who he is. He is who he is. We're going to have to use some chips out there and stuff to help him out. That's all we can do. That being said, it makes sense. I just expect Tyler Guyton in his third year. This is his third year. I expect him to have his breakout year. This is the year. It's either put up or shut up now, because after this year is when you got to start thinking about contracts. And if you can't pan out this year, you're just probably not going to be here. Sorry. Because left tackle is a very important position. That's a big money position. So we have to see from there. Some of the guys are really to move on from him. I'm not. I'm Team Tyler Guyton. I'm going to say it's third year, breakout. Let's do it, man. So I got faith in you. There's no better ability than availability. Be available, stay healthy. Just get out here to rock and roll. Let's go kick some ass. So as I was saying about Osa and Digazoo the other day, everybody's been making a big old deal about it. He's he was on Richard Sherman's show, and he was and I could get that, he's not happy, but he's kind of in between, because I'm pretty sure from what I heard, he's ready to buy it. He just got his big contract last year. He's going to buy his big house in Dallas, and then they trade him the very next year. And he said he's seen the writing on the wall because when we got the best out of Osa is when we had both Parsons and Lawrence on the edges, and they were such a dynamic duo. And having to double those guys, and Osa coming up the middle, putting pressure on the quarterback, because Osa never was a strong run stopper. He can get after a quarterback and put pressure on him. Yeah, he was really good at that. But for so long we were looking at one tech and going, man. And that's why we drafted Mozzie Smith. We thought, man, there's the answer.
Kiss my entire ass.
That wasn't the answer. Mozzie was not a good one tech. But in all fairness to him, they kept messing with his weight and all this. Hey, you need to lose weight, you need to gain weight, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, give me a break, man. So, but I hope him the best. I wish him the best, but he just didn't pan out to be a good one tech. So when they made that trade, when they traded Micah away, one of the things they brought in was a one tech, a certified one tech, and that was Kenny Clark. Now, he's somebody who can play one tech. But at the same time, there was no pass rush. There was nothing. Well, there just wasn't nothing last year, man, anyway. So I just can't even start to fathom about that. But Osa wasn't being what he once was when he was benefiting from having those guys that could rush the passer the way it was. I mean, at one point we had DeMarcus Lawrence, we had Micah Parsons, we had Dante Fowler, we had Dorrance Armstrong, we had a young Sam Williams only in his fourth year. He's still young, but his rookie year was his best year. Then he got hurt, and last year he tried to make a comeback, and it didn't pan out. So they gave him a one more year, one year extension on his contract on a show me year. So he's got this year. So we can all hope for the best for Sam, and he too benefited off what was going on the outside when we had two badass ones in Lawrence and Parsons. So these guys got the benefit off that. And Osa did too, but then last year he didn't have them, and nobody benefited. Dante Fowler just didn't even pan out. Houston is, I think, He was probably our best pass rusher last year. I mean, that's sad. And so we still got just a bunch of young guys that we got to deal with, and that's why I was hoping for another edge rusher. But Osa never paid when he's seen that the writing on the wall, so he says that he was probably going to get traded, was because he wasn't paying that to be a 1 tech. He was making a 3 tech, and the Cowboys wasn't getting nothing, so they made a trade. And when they traded and got Quinton Williams in here, he probably seen the writing on the wall that Quinton Williams and Kenny Clark in the middle, then they're going to work on the outside, and he just wasn't going to be a part of that. And that's where they decided, okay, we're going to trade you away to a team that could use you and at what you do, because he will benefit off of guys like Joey Bosa. So he will benefit. It will help his game, and he's got a good defensive line coach there. So it should he should be okay. But at the same time, I hope we kick the living shit out of the 49ers this year. I'm so sick and tired of losing that team. I really am. I'm sick and tired of losing that team. Man, we're gonna end this bullshit this year, man. So let's do it. We're gonna end this. This has got to stop. We got to get some of these teams that's been beating us. Teams like the damn Cardinals. Are you kidding me? How many damn years has it been since we beat that team? That team won't even win 5 games a season, but one of them will be against the Cowboys. Give me a break with that. Losing to the 49ers is one thing, because that's always a Super Bowl caliber team. So, but this year we just got to break that. They're coming to Dallas. Let's take care of that one, man. I'm circling that one because we got to go after that. Anyway, Hosa, I can see him having the animosity a little bit. I can understand, but at the same time, I think he's in a pretty good position, and I think he'll do some really good things at San Francisco, and I wish him the best. And so I just wanted to come on and talk about that a little bit. There's in this off seasons, man, you just got to get on here and wing it and try to figure out what do we want to talk about. What sounds interesting? Well, right now, what sounds interesting to me is trading for an edge rusher. I will continue to say that. Also, I think, I don't think we're going to bring we're probably not going to bring another linebacker in. As much as I think that we should bring another linebacker in and an edge. And I think, those some of the tweaks that would help our team so much. Also, I guess if you want to bring in Alvin Kamara, that would really help. That would really boost the offense. And what I've been reading about this new undrafted free agent we got, Michael Trigg, that tight end. Man, I see the tape on him. I think I played it for you guys. It's on one of my uploads. Man, that kid is fantastic. How the hell did you not get drafted? Whew. We have to see how this pans out, but man, I like his tape, man. He's got all these one-hand catches, and he's here at the rookie minicamp. He blew it up. So, man, really looking forward to this. Like I say, there's reasons why I like preseason. I want to see guys like this. Guys that, don't know if you're going to make the team or not, and they can come out and show what they got. So, yeah. Looking forward to it. Another news I read today that Caleb Downs is okay wearing number 13. He said that on his brother's podcast. I think it's called Downs to Downs or some shit like that. Downs to Downs or yeah. Of course, his brother wanted to dig it in because they're saying, yeah, when you come in, we're gonna beat your ass. I'll be at that game, so we shall see, Mr. Downs. But he said he's embracing the number 13. It looks dope on him, but I still say he wants his number 2. But anyway, it is what it is. Until next time, I'm going to cut it off and say good night And let's hope for the best. I'm just going to stay on Team Tyler Guyton. I still think we need to give our young guys more opportunity at running back, and I'll continue to say we got to push for an edge rusher. One more edge rusher. We are just so close to saying, man, this team's loaded. We're not quite loaded there. We're better than what we was last year, where we're not quite loaded. At one point, we were really loaded, but now we're not. We're not quite back yet. So with that being said, you know what it is. We're still them boys. Have a good one. Tyler Guyton, stay healthy, my man.